Oh,
There we are.
we pulled it off. It was a little sketchy. It it was like our first
18
time.
minutes late.
It was like our first time ever doing this. It's partially my fault. I'll take all the blame. Was a little distracted today. I've been. I guess I'll jump right into it. I've been supporting You Imagine and Addie's RC with his new adventure, and I had to warm up to do this to get ready for that IJ. I had to print something. Now, if you remember,
with less moisture.
With less moisture this time. If you remember, we did a Sea-Doo not too long ago. And the one thing I wanted for that jet ski was a trailer. So we got it done. Almost done. It needs wheels. So I'm taking blame for the sloppy start because I was distracted mentally, physically trying to get this thing done. But we figured it all out. We got past the technical difficulties. We got two people, double trouble in the waiting room. Fish and Bill, if you're here, I'll leave a comment for Bill. I'm sorry. It was a little sketchy getting everybody off the ground. I did not get a link over to you. We'll catch up with you next time, Bill. My apologies. It took everything we had to get off the ground this week. So you look like you got a little sun today, Jeremy.
Yeah. I was out in the open and in the sunlight. Got out of my cave. Went out to Twin Wash RC over in Golden Valley, and I took Sharif with me. So we went over there and crawled some lines, did some little contests type stuff. He gave away a lot of swag. Got to meet some of the locals. So yeah, it was a good morning.
So this wasn't just a mandate one-on-one. There were others joining you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Twin Wash RC was gracious enough to host us with a little last gathering.
Okay. I got to get Brokeback Mountain out of my head. And
yeah, it's not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Colorado. This is Colorado River. It's different. It's not that.
Okay. Well. It's Labor Day weekend. We want to get through this quickly because I'm sure you've got plans. My wife is home. We had a week.
Led Zeppelin tribute band is playing. And that's where we're going right after this.
Dude, we had the Led Zeppelin tribute band here last night in our park. My son, my dad, and my uncle, I didn't go, but my son, my dad, and my uncle went to see the Led Zeppelin tribute band. So wait a minute. Do we need to call fraud on this? Like, is there more than
I don't think there's a limit when they say that it's a tribute.
Okay.
Like, it's just everybody can be a tribute band. I don't know. They're playing at the casino at the Riverside.
Nice.
So we're going to go over there and not pay for tickets. We're going to listen through the wall like good stewards of money and gamble while we listen to the echo.
Okay.
I don't have to buy a ticket. Like it's in the casino.
You don't need to see the drummer drum. You just
it's a tribute. Just good music. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. We'll take it. Awesome. Well, tomorrow we're gonna hit up. I'll save my little surprise to the end. I got a fun little toy that I'm excited to take out tomorrow. We'll come back to that full circle. All right, everybody in the chat, we got somebody here. You probably known him from Rebel Concepts, not to be confused with Rebel Con. This isn't Jeff Johns. We have Troy Johnson here. Rebel Concepts. It was a hobby shop that he had. I'll let him tell the whole story, but he has he has an RC adventure. He's got a journey underneath his belt, and he is still on the ride. And this is something fun. This is what the show is about. This is about breaking algorithms and introducing people to other people in the hobby. There's just a lot going on out there. You realize very quickly we don't know everyone, and there are little pockets of people around the country, around the world, doing cool stuff. And Troy is one of them. So we're going to bring in Troy first, and then Eric, you sit tight. We got Eric Sereno on the back end. So Troy, make yourself presentable. We are going to get rid of this overlay first. That's one disaster down. And that is one disaster away. All right, there we go. We get rid of the overlay, and we are going to make room for him. Crap. I don't understand why. One of these times, it's going to be like gambling. One of these times, I'm going to hit the jackpot.
Yeah, just write it down. Which button did I just click? Write that down.
Well, yes. All right. Yeah, and change the formula up. All right. Well, one of these times we'll get it right. We got you center stage, Troy. We did not have a chance to really do a little formal introduction behind the scenes. Normally, I like to Jeremy, Troy, Jeremy, the whole spiel, but we got up and running late, so let's do it this way. Why don't you tell us all for the first time who you are, where you are, give us the who, what, when, where, why, and we'll kind of dive into this.
Well, can you hear me?
Yep,
hear me okay?
Got you loud and clear.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm from Chilliwack. I used to own Rebel Concepts. We've closed the store now because of tariffs and stuff like that. We had that for 2 years. I've been into RC since I was 4, with nitros and stuff like that. Very closet RC guy for a long, long time. Like my best friend didn't even know I RC'd. So up until probably, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. And then I kind of just got into crawling and, which is awesome. And now it's kind of, I got a website going. We're going to be going soon. I'm writing a book, an RC book. It's called Wrench Ready. And we're, I'm trying to get more into the mental health side of things to help, help us guys out that don't have a lot of avenues to go and speak to people and stuff like that. So I'm trying to implement RCs into mental health and kind of go that route with everything. So, yeah.
Cool. Can we elaborate a little bit? Is the mental health tied back to the book? Or was that two different things?
It's going to go hand in hand eventually. The book is kind of right now. It's more of I'd say like an underground guide to entering the hobby, and what to look for and what not to buy, what to buy. It's just a beginner's book on upgrades and fixes and stuff like that. And, proper slang and what everything means.
It's just an interesting move with the world of YouTube and Google and chat, and to go after a book. But I like this idea of being able to implement something in there for the mental health and a beginner's guide, an RC crawling for dummies. Is that sort of the concept here?
Yeah. And what I want to do is it'll be a digital, like an ebook, right?
Okay.
And then for the hobby shops and stuff like that, if they promote the book, they'll have a QR code, which every sale I'll kick back $2 from that sale to the hobby shops. And it's clean profit for them. They don't have to hold any inventory, so it's
okay. So we can advertise kind of on your ebook, throw in a QR code, kind of like a promo code. You buy your book, get a promo code for carry-all, or okay.
Yeah,
I dig it.
And then there'll be updates to that. There'll be rig specific upgrades that are good for it. Every ebook will be personalized to that person. So I think it'll be pretty good, and I'll add to it constantly as the time goes on. It's I don't know. I think it'll be good.
Hey, listen, if it's helping you with your mental status and helping others, giving them this place, I dig it. I don't see anything wrong.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what do you think?
Any information is good information. And if you put the right information in the right place and give it to the person at the right time, that's life changing for that person. So I think it's a fantastic way to approach it. It's a lot safer than social media.
Bingo.
I mean, when you ask like, "Hey, what should I just bought this. What should I get?" And it's like I don't need an ARMA infraction for my SCX 10.3. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, why would I have bought that? People are crazy. So.
It's not safe. And almost, Jeremy, I'm curious to know if you could dumb yourself down enough to think back what it's like to be a beginner, to write.
I mean, it's a constant conversation that I have, and it would be a lot of words saved on my side if I could just say, "Hey, look at this." But it's I talked to a gentleman this morning in his prime. He's in his 70s, and he was out there. He was curious. He races. He just got a race car for flat track, flat track. And he's like, "Hey, these crawlers look cool." I was like, "Here, go drive it." And intuitively, like, he kind of figured it out. But then it was the questions, like, what is this? Where do I get this? How do I do that? Should I buy a kit? Should I buy a ready to run? Should I, what brand of battery? And those are, that's an hour conversation that he doesn't have a record of. Like, he listened to me, but does he remember it? And having an ebook, something that you can reference back to, sounds fantastic.
Somebody said you dumb yourself down each week to sit on the show with me, so I guess you could, right there.
I mean, it's not true. It's we're all here to help each other, and we all have different ways of looking at things. So it's not dumbing down. It's just listening to what that person needs to hear.
I like it. And, you're taking a bold step here, Troy, trying to roll this out as I don't want to say custom, but uniquely specific for an individual. That's a bold move. I'm anxious to see how this is going to work. We're in your corner. We'll cheer you on. That's for sure. It's exciting.
I'm definitely, I'm always up for a challenge. Sometimes I challenge myself a little bit too much and bite off more than I can chew, but I'm definitely going to try.
Okay.
Hopefully, well, if I sell 1 million copies, well, that'll be great. But at the same time, personalizing that for 1 million people, that might be a bit tough.
Right.
Yeah. So it's, obviously if it takes off, then it's going to be a lot harder to do that, but I'll definitely try. So,
well, you've got the support of the Rad Show. Carryall will throw in a promo code. We will be there along the way. You got Jeremy over here doing his print thing. I'm sure he'll be on board to see it go. So when you're up and ready to take on some advertisement and get some support that way, please keep us in the loop.
For sure.
So you were late to the social media side then. So as a closet RC guy, what was it, crawling that kind of broke you out of your shell and got you?
I think so. Because I was a basher. I overpower everything. If it can have 2 motors, it's getting 2 motors. I'll make it go as fast as possible, whether it works or not, so I think once I got into crawling, it started with, I'm trying to remember my first crawler. Oh, I had one when I was a lot younger, but it was one of those, it was like a Losi mini crawler Mini
MRC, yeah.
Yeah. So I had one of those, and we'd always set up the VHS tapes, and we'd crawl over that. But I believe after that, when I got older, like about 5 years ago or so, it was TRX4 Sport, I believe. It's the first one, which is not a bad crawler. And then, I started meeting people, and then I'd go out once in a while, and, then we bought the store, and then I started meeting a ton of people because, customers and stuff like that. And then I got really heavy into it, and, now I'm building, $3,000, comp crawlers for myself. So,
that's how that escalates.
Oh, yeah, it sure does. Yeah. Oh, it's one of those hobbies that it can be cheapish, I should say. Or it's a money pit of just awesomeness. So.
Yeah. I think you have a fan on here, RC Marshall.
Yes, that'd probably be Liam. I bet you, RC Marshall. Yeah, probably Liam. He's a good kid. I like him.
Do you have any Labor Day weekend plans to get out and crawl with the local?
Actually, we're doing an urban crawl through Vancouver. That's with West Coast Scale Trail. Robin and the guys there put that on. So it's, I don't know how many kilometers it is, like 12 and a half kilometers or something like that. And it's just through the streets of Vancouver. And, it's
like
a big
an urban crawl, literally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it happens every year. It's a lot of fun.
Troy, are you guys familiar with the Scaletra app? Are you guys okay? This sounds like it's ideally perfect for Scaletra to see that type, especially dealing with that many kilometers. That you better be using your Scaletra app.
Oh, we will be. I believe one of the guys that's in our kind of group of all the crawling guys, I believe he was one of the guys that was testing that app locally here. So
okay, perfect. Yeah. Then you guys are in good hands.
Oh yeah.
That is fan-freaking-tastic. What is your current build that you're taking tomorrow? Are you still TRX4 in it, or do you have something else?
No, I'm into Cross RC big time right now. That's
no kidding. Kind of nice.
Go-to. Oh, I love Cross RC. They're great. I would get into. I like Capo too, but they're a little bit too expensive. To buy. So
and not reliable.
No, and the parts are hard to get, and it's one of those things. But I do have a customer that loves Capo, and he swears by it. So it'll probably be a Cross RC that I bring.
Okay, so, good choice.
Yeah. Are you doing the big ones? The new Emo, the big 5th scale?
I have an Emo X, the 8th scale crawler, which I have a Axe 550 in it, which is 3,300 kV motor, and I can't kill that thing. It's bulletproof. So I want to get the new XXL that's just come out, which is really nice. The 6x6.
You have a small pickup truck to haul
it. Exactly. Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. One of my customers has one of the T-Rexes. I programmed it for him, and that thing is massive. It's weighs 100 pounds or something, 86 pounds or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And does I think it's 30 or 40 miles an hour. That's crazy.
Damn.
It's like a Volkswagen.
Pretty much. It's got dual howitzers on it. It's neat. It's a lot of money though. It's like $10,000 RC.
Yeah.
Canadian. So.
Now, Troy, what is your social media page? Because that was kind of what connected us, was that your Facebook page caught my attention, and then your response was, wait a minute, what was it that caught your attention? And you kind of caught me off guard. You said, well, here's the thing. Not everything on my Facebook is mine. I do a
Yes.
lot of sharing of other people. And I was like, well, that's very cool of you. You know, that's the only way to help a friend is to share what they're doing. So, that's fine. I like the fact that it, you know, even if it's not all yours, you're out there sharing what other people are doing. Fantastic. Where can people find what you are sharing and building?
Just my personal Facebook page for now.
Okay.
I have real trouble sharing what I build and what I do. I don't know why. I'm sitting on like 700 hours of RC videos right now of my
So
own.
you'd rather post somebody else's
Mm.
and share? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, I know it's weird.
No, listen, that's fine.
I like
some-
I like to share things that you know, most of the stuff I share is stuff I want to do, or you know, it really intrigues me. There's some really good builders out there, so you know, it's
well, and that's what helps break the algorithm, because maybe I wouldn't have seen what it is that you're seeing. That's the secret to this whole freaking social media thing is to like, comment, and share. And sometimes we forget the share side of it, and that's important. So I'm glad that someone's doing it.
Yeah, I'm very big on, you know, local builders and stuff like that. Like, it's, you know, they need support, because there's a lot of them out there that just don't get the recognition that they deserve, right? So,
Bravo.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
come across all kinds of talent.
Oh,
Like, just blows your socks off when you see it, and you're like, how have I never seen this before? Like, like I look at a lot of content, and when I see something new like that, and they're like, yeah, I don't even have Facebook. I'm like,
it blows your mind.
do you mind if I take a picture?
Yeah. No, honestly, and that even happened here for a while. I was saying some of the local talent that was here would blow your mind. And the one thing that they all had in common was no social media. Like, that was their sanity. I'm like, that's why your hair and you look so healthy. Like, you have a full head of hair, you look good, and it's the secret is no social media. Okay.
That'll do it.
yeah.
Well, that's fun.
I am working on a build right now for somebody else.
No way.
I know, surprising, right? Yeah. So it's going to be it's a globe liner, to me a globe liner, but it's going to be the Dukes of Hazzard truck. So the guy that painted it did a really, really good job. I did not paint it. I wish I could paint like that, but it's a nice one. It's going to be nice once it's done.
So the paint scheme is going to be Dukes of Hazzard themed?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Not just a giant Confederate flag. I'm hoping it's going to be more than that. Okay.
No. I think there is a Confederate flag on the roof, I believe.
Okay.
But it's you know,
Think
it's really
more.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
fair enough.
The guy that got me to build it is he probably has the largest collection of Dukes of Hazzard stuff there is in the world, I would imagine.
Is it Rick Perry?
No.
No. It's not what is it? Cooter's Museum in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Guy that owns them is like
He's
he
probably
has
not that
tons.
much.
Yeah, he has tons of that stuff.
Troy, last question for you is in your area, do you guys do any of the no prep drag racing? Is there any drift car? Is there anything happening besides the crawling? Are you guys bashing? Is there, I know we always get locked in crawler. I'm looking to know, is there any drifting going on up there?
There is. Aiden 10 has a 88 RC. He has a drift course or drift track inside. He does all the drift stuff. We did have something at Heritage Park here for a little bit, but it was we had an indoor drift thing, but it was tough. We didn't have a lot of time to set up or take down, so plus it wasn't making any money, so we had to shut it down. We will probably get that back going because there was 38,000 square feet of floor to use, so yeah, and it was cheap to rent, but it was just not we didn't advertise it enough, and there wasn't enough people there, so but it'll come back. There is, like in Chilliwack here, it's I don't know what's happened. Somebody's done something to one of the mayor or something. Like we're not allowed to RC anywhere here. Just down the road from me, there's a mountain bike track that has massive jumps, and we're not allowed there. No RCs. It says right on the sign, no RCs, no drones. So, so we're trying. You know, I've gone to the city, and we're trying to, you know, make it so people can RC here, but it's tough. Nobody wants to listen to you, right? So,
Yeah. It's a shame.
That's cruel. That is cruel.
I mean, back in the 80s, they did it to us for skateboarding, bicycling. You know, it's that, you know, one bad experience and they just shut it all down.
Yeah.
Then you have to grow up like a criminal. So I just want to play with a tiny truck, dude.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it doesn't even go fast.
Yeah. And there's you know, there's Mini Z up here too. There's at Hunter's Toys and Collectibles, they do a Mini Z track, and it's awesome. You know, I'm not a Mini Z guy. I haven't tried it yet because I know it's going to happen when I do. It's going to be one of those things that I pick up, and it'll just be another cost to the hobby.
The one I picked up, I turned it into a drift mop.
Oh, that's how you got the mop done with the Mini Z.
That's a Mini Z underneath of a dust mop.
That's so cool. The only thing better is maybe scooping kitty litter with like a 14th scale backhoe. Like that's multitasking right there. We get the RC and clean the kitty litter.
Yeah, I don't want my RCs to touch poop.
It's a backhoe. I mean, it's an excavator. It's meant for that. You're mopping or you're dry mopping the floor and drifting at the same time. Like that is combining everything. That is so cool. Did he go to get it? He probably went to get it.
Yeah, I thought I had it over here. I don't know where it's at.
Heidi's cleaning the house with it right now.
Not possible. That's not going to happen. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I thought it was over there, but.
All right. Troy, we are not saying goodbye to you. We're just going to make you small like us, and we are going to slide Eric in here. So sit tight. Eric, make yourself presentable. The Black Turtle himself. Get yourself ready, buddy. All right, let's do this. We're going to add him and see how this works. Add the stage. Well, that didn't work. All right, let's give you center stage. The Black Turtle himself. Mr. Eric Serrano from the West Coast, the professional, is here. Jeremy, look good. Get your game face on. We have a pro in the building.
We got a pro in the room.
Yo, you're too kind. You are too kind. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. Troy, I just got to say, I love hearing everything you got going on, man, and I'm excited to get that book ordered because that's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Just everybody just turn your volume up on your TV just a little bit because this voice, God, there's two voices in RC, and this is the one.
I've always said Mike's that voice of RC, man. I'm so excited to to hear it one more time. You know, it's been a while since I've gotten a call from him, so I like hearing his voice. So you're absolutely right there.
No.
You misunderstood.
Yeah, he did. But you're too kind. I'll take it. No, are you guys getting on a regular basis right now? I mean, we're calling you a pro, but are you? Have you been getting a little sloppy on the scheduling?
So we're not, for a couple different reasons, but I can confidently say for those that have been waiting that there's something in the works.
Okay.
So I would say end of September, just keep your eyes peeled. If you like what we do, and I do say we, so if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you like what we do, end of September is going to bring a lot of joy.
Cool.
Fantastic.
That's all I'm going to say.
No, that's fair. And it should be that way. Because in the summer months, it's hard to, get out on a regular and get, I'd rather see you guys get back into this in the fall. It seems to make more sense.
Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of factors. You know what I mean? The last 2 years we were kind of thinking about it. Kind of was really the last time we were consistently doing things is 2 years ago, and we've been sporadic. Obviously I've got my my day job, and the rest of the guys have their own kind of thing going on, and to get something consistent has been a little bit harder than we kind of anticipated, but we're definitely working on something. We've got some big ideas. We've got
Are
the best
you
I can say is
coming back as a new name or under the same channel? How are you planning on doing this?
all of
Or
the above.
all of the
Honestly,
above?
all of the above.
Okay.
It's such a thing that's happening right now that I'm really excited about, and I think the important thing, like I said, is we hear everybody. I think we had a really big realization over the last couple weeks that people were saying the same thing over and over again, and we really thought that those voices would kind of fade down, and eventually people would just kind of forget about us and move on, right? And that's just kind of how the world works. And unfortunately, but also very thankfully, and we're very, very blessed about this, is that people have not forgotten. The voices have not faded away, and people still ask for the tomfoolery that we do, and that's part of why you guys are seeing Black Turtle kind of at what it is now, and and you'll see a lot of cool things coming.
Excellent.
I just remember some of those conversations, like driving. I listened to it a lot while I was driving, and sometimes I just had to pull off the highway, like because I was laughing and crying so hard at the real, like you guys are real. You're talking about real stuff, and just laughing because it just hit home, and just have to pull off the road and just stop for a minute, be like, I can hit pause, but I don't want to. Like, just listen through it. Like I'm a huge fan, and the one conversation you're gonna smile. It was about chili cheese dogs. See, I got him. He knows what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go re-listen to some of that stuff. But that's not why we're here. We're here about your new you. Can you tell us what you're doing?
New.
Yeah, man. So Black Turtle, if you don't know, Black Turtle is my personal brand, one that I've been working on since pretty much 2012. And it's been kind of my favorite but unloved child, because Black Turtle to me has always been kind of on this pedestal of like, I almost don't want to mess it up. I'm so particular about Black Turtle and the brand, and you get to a point where you want something to be so perfect that just nothing comes out, because you overthink things, you overdo it, and actually, for those that are enjoying it, you got to thank my kids for that, because this was definitely a paternity leave adventure of, like, I've got time, I've got the support. The only thing I don't have is excuses. So it was that time to kind of launch something that it's been on my mind for a long time. And we recently just released Series 1 of our mystery pins. So we dropped those this week. It has been incredibly just humbling how many people have ordered, how many people have shared. I understand not everybody has gotten paid yet, so I don't expect the orders to fully just sell out, but the amount of people that have just shown support, even a message just like, hey man, I love what you're doing, has been incredible. And it's something that I've had in my mind for a long time, because I genuinely love this hobby, and I just try to think of ways to not only like make it better. I would hope that I could make it better, but also just include those around you that might not necessarily be into the car side of things, but can jump into the hobby side of things, of collecting, of building, of doing these sorts of things, where it's like one of the things that I joke about, and I talk about this with my father-in-law, was like, here's the scenario that I had in my head when when I was thinking of the pins, and I guarantee there's at least one person listening that has seen this. If you've been in a booth, you've seen this too. But it's, RC guy comes in, he's got his swag, he's wearing his sponsored t-shirt, he's wearing his hat, and he's like, okay, I need some parts. What do you got? I need scale accessories, I need this. And back in behind him is either a girlfriend, a wife, hopefully not both, because that'd be sticky, but or a kid, right? And the kid's kind of just sitting there, just looking at things, picking stuff up, going, cool, like, I don't need this gold servo, I don't need this 4800 kV motor. And then they go and they look, oh, what's this? And they pick up the mystery pin saying, this is kind of cool. This is a way for us to, I've been calling it a spark, just to spark something of like, I like this. And they go, Dad, I want one of these. Or honey, I don't like your toys, but I like collecting cute little knickknacks. And it's a way for them to go, okay, you're actually interested in what I'm doing. You're not just it might not be the car itself, but it's the start. And then it's like they get one and they're like, Rattle Can Master, but I've never painted. Well, let's have you try and paint your first body this weekend. Let's, what are these gate markers? Oh, it's what you see on the trail. I've never seen that. Well, come drive with me. Don't just stay at the booth. Don't just stay at the campsite. So it sparks that conversation. It sparks just a little bit extra that you can bring in. And obviously the guys that are RC guys are going to enjoy them no matter what, because you know what they are, you know what they represent, and you want them on your lanyard, you want them on your carry-all RC bag, you want them on your hat, wherever you wear pins, you want to be like, I'm that cool RC guy, but now you've got somebody to do it with.
Yeah, it's a connection extension. It just it's a conversation piece, or just a breadcrumb of, hey, this is who I am, and I want to share this with you. Or I understand who you are, and I need to have something that represents you.
Exactly.
Like wearing these T-shirts. It's the, people are like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, come walk with me. You will.
Right. And I mean, my wife is as into RC as an RC wife can be. She has her own car. She comes to all of the events. She knows the people. She can name some of the brands, but it's kind of where it ends. You could ask her about her car and she'd be like, he built it, right? You could tell her, hey, do you want to go hang out and let's go hit a trail by ourselves? She's not going to go and make her own little group. She's not, but she enjoys this because I do. But she knows what a paint can looks like, because they're half the time they're laying all over the garage, right? Or I left them outside on the trash cans because I needed to spray something real quick. So she's picked up 100,000 of them over the last 13, 14 years, right? So that's her way of, she puts it on her backpack, and people ask her, oh, you like tennis? Actually, no, that's because my husband likes to go play with tiny toy cars on the weekends with all of his friends.
Yep.
Wow, I that half a tennis ball on a pin, I love it. That's a great idea.
And you got to thank my wife for that one, because she's the one that came up with that idea. Because she didn't like one of my designs. She's like, no, like let's. And so we sat there and brainstormed for a day, and that's what we ended up coming up with.
Yeah, the gate marker's iconic. Same with the T wrench.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just icons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of the idea, is just to start. I wanted it to be just, if you're in the hobby, you just immediately kind of went, that's funny, I like that, and then you go, okay, which one do I want? And then, ideally you're picking up 4 and hopefully getting them all, or if not, getting some duplicates to share.
Yeah.
No, it's a great idea. Coming from the world of patches, pins are definitely needed.
Rad Rap has a good point. We'll just let it sit there.
To be fair, that's why we double pin ours. So all of our pins have 2 pins to make sure the orientation's good. So if we do ever come out with some pineapples, and you see them upside down, it's on purpose. So do with that information as you will.
Completely.
Oh. Well, it's a bold move to be pushing Black Turtle so proudly because I'm sitting here looking at you, Eric, and I can't think of anyone that flies under more flags than you. I can associate like 8 brands with you just looking at you, and you do it so well. But if anybody's been to Proline by the Fire, they see the excitement that you bring there. You are a ball of energy running around wherever you go. But you made, what Jeremy was saying with your show and bringing the laughter. When you guys were doing the ASD crawler thing and pushing this, you guys made it look cool. You made ASD crawlers. You just brought this edge to it, and that was edge with humor. It's very exciting to watch what you guys do out there.
Thank you. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I think that's what a lot of people are saying. Like Black Turtle, like I said, is me. It's me putting myself out to the world in a way that I don't think I've done with RC World, at least not fully. And this is something that it's just been a dream of mine. Black Turtle has always kind of been this end goals dream that I've had since pretty much before I had Black Turtle as a name, before I had ever bought an RC. I've always just kind of envisioned myself creating a brand that's more than just parts. It's more than just trying to sell you something. It's a lifestyle, right? And that's kind of what I like to say is there's a little Black Turtle in all of us because it's family, it's having fun, it's being unapologetically yourself, right? That's what the Black Turtle brand is to me, and it's what I'm trying to really put out to the world. Is we rock these pins because to some people we're grown men playing with toys, but what they don't see is me healing my inner child that could never afford one of these as a kid. And that's why I have so many as an adult. And that's why I share this with my kids. To my kids, this is normal. To my kids, this is just, dad has a whole bunch of cars. Like it's almost like, and I love that because I've been able to really just be unapologetically myself through Black Turtle. And that's what I want everybody that ever rocks a Black Turtle shirt, a Black Turtle hat, a pin, whatever, is that they're taking the steps to do that for themselves as well.
Bravo. So what is Black Turtle playing with right now? Are you guys focused? What are you personally focused on right now? Because you guys have done the drift, you've done the low riders, you guys have covered all the bases. Is there something that you're focused on more than other right now, or?
I'm focused on getting back into the swing of things more than anything. Is
okay.
I've for the last 2 years, I will admit it's been tough to break out a remote. It's been tough. I generally have to call Jens Ace in the morning and place all new battery orders because I have my stash and I think I've been handing them out and just never get them back. And so I have 2 batteries to all the cars you see behind me. So I got to just re-up on everything, get myself out. I got to get my calendar filled up with events again and just get out there and enjoy the hobby that's brought so much joy to my life.
Are you still at the same job, or you're still with can we disclose RC?
Yeah. I'm still the project manager over at RC 4 Drive.
Okay.
And I still plan to be for.
Does that when you're doing this full time? Is that what's putting some of this roadblock in front of you? Is that what's taking some of the passion?
I wouldn't say it takes some of the passion. I definitely think I've been working at RC. Right. I think I've been working at RC for half a decade now, and it comes into it where it's tough because the room I'm in right now is also my office. So I'm in here 8 hours a day, cranking away projects, trying to come out with the coolest, newest RC cars, which is so much fun. But at the end of the day, it's a job. And as soon as that kind of time to log off hits, I want to get out of this room. You know what I mean? So back before I'd come home and I'd dive straight into this room, and I'd be cranking out builds left and right. Now it's tough because I'm like, I'm gonna go have dinner, I'm gonna go decompress, and then I just kind of stay away from this room until the weekends or until something comes up where I need to, get something built for an event. So it can, but I don't think it's necessarily like the job itself. It's just kind of more because I work it from home, and there's I get my fill of the hobby doing my job, which is pretty cool, and not a lot of people can say that, so I'm definitely very blessed and very thankful. So I'm still getting that fill. It's just not for my own personal build. So there's a bunch of new releases that just dropped that have my fingerprints on them, and there's
Stop touching stuff.
So I've definitely, like I said, get my fill, but it makes it a little tougher to crank out some of these. That's why you see some clear bodies, some chassis that are not built,
Projects are piling up okay. I know a couple of things recently dropped, but Jeremy said that you were coming here tonight to give us a tease of something new coming from RC Four Wheel Drive. Is there anything on the horizon that you can share?
No,
Anything on the horizon that I can
you
share?
try to get us both in trouble.
No, I like it. No, that's exactly the type of the type of thing that I would do on my show. So I don't blame you at all. That I can disclose.
Is there anything that you can? Nothing. Okay.
Nothing that I can tell you specifics on. Obviously we're always trying to crank out the newest, baddest things. Obviously this is kind of a tough time for the world just in general.
Sure.
So we're navigating through the circumstances, but at the end of the day, the goal is to try to bring out what the best scale stuff that we can. I just hit my 2-year mark at RC Four Wheel Drive back in May. So I'm kind of in that, like, I'm very confident in my role, and I'm very confident in what I can bring to some of these projects. So, I can say that I'm excited for what's to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility of a RC Four Wheel Drive submarine.
I wouldn't say no, as long as we can make it scale enough.
I mean, boats is what's missing. So scale boats, like a submarine, is a great way to launch their marine.
I'm sure I could find a Toyota submarine at some point.
I mean, I've never seen an RC
internet
submarine,
feels happy, right?
but I'm not saying that there aren't RC submarines.
Well, that is good stuff. Anybody have a drone here in the group? Drone, Eric, Troy, anybody flying drones where you are?
Yes.
Not since the Army took mine away.
No, you know what? The Lord made me 5'7", and that made me know that I need to stay as clear from the skies as I can. I'm
5'7", my
grounded,
ass.
You know what I mean?
Like, wait a minute, we're calling bullshit on this. We're calling more.
I'm 5'7".
5'6". If you're 5'7", I'm 5'9". No, I'm joking. But I did pull the trigger. I got 7.2 inches of onboard screen and a big ass drone up to 6 miles of range. Now that's probably on a clear day in a desert setting. But tomorrow she's going on her maiden voyage somewhere.
That's a long way to go and try and find it.
I'm not going 6 miles. I'm just saying I'm gonna be a peeping Tom somewhere in the neighborhood and go
6 miles away.
But I did pull the trigger. It was time to upgrade, and I got myself a little new toy. I am not a pilot. I fly like I drive. So luckily it's got a little onboard assistant.
If it wasn't for gravity, I wouldn't have any RC planes.
Oh, sugar. All right. Jeremy wants to try something new tonight, and we're going to double dip, double trouble. We're going to try and make the screens a little bit different here so we can play fair. But we're going to do a round of this and that, but we're going to take both answers at the same time. So Jeremy's going to have to sort out the chaos here.
I need a pen.
Yeah, he's going to need a pen for this. But you guys are familiar with the rules. We do not need an explanation. No explanation needed. We're going to go rapid fire. So they're going to be overlap. Hopefully there's no lag, and hopefully you hear and this is going to go smoothly. We'll test it to make sure this is going to work. If I give you a sample question of RC four-wheel drive or boom racing, and you would go,
Don't
RC
answer.
four-wheel drive.
don't answer that. Call
Actually
or
answer the sample. He always says.
call or text.
Text.
I text.
All right, perfect. We're gonna go with this. East Coast or West Coast? Oh wait, shoot! Time out. Don't answer that.
You're outnumbered, bro.
Time out. Time out.
You're outnumbered.
Time
He's
out.
all west.
Jeremy knows what's coming. We need this. Boom. We're going official. All right, East Coast or West Coast?
West Coast is the
West.
best coast.
West Coast.
Army or Navy?
Army.
A Navy.
Cocoa or Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles.
F, Sorka, or yeah, Sorka?
Yeah, Sorka.
Did Troy give an answer? Is he playing neutral on this? We're going to
Yeah,
need an answer. F, Sorka, or yes, Sorka? We are going to need an answer.
F Sorka.
All right, there we go. Would you rather go to a bar or go to church?
Go to church. My mom's watching.
I just
I
saw
don't
my
drink.
wife is in here.
I don't drink, so it'd probably, well, I'd probably still go to the bar.
Righty. Rattle can or airbrush?
Rattle can.
Black Turtle's giving
Rattle can.
Black Turtle's bringing the props. Okay. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Xbox.
Slot machines or blackjack?
Blackjack.
Blackjack.
Jeep or truck?
Oh. I'm gonna go truck.
I'll go Jeep.
Win the lottery or meet your soulmate?
I already met my soulmate. What up, baby? I know you're watching, so I'd win the lottery. Some would say I already did.
Jeremy's
I'm gonna-
dying to answer this while Huddy's watching.
I'm going to win the lottery.
He's answering.
Are we cat or dog?
Dog.
I want to say dog, but I'm a cat. Yeah,
All
my
right,
cat's nuts.
cats. And Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Coke.
Would you Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Facebook.
Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
I'm Google Pixel.
Nokia.
Yeah.
Is that what's chirping over there? UFO or Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
The West
Bite
Coast.
my
thing.
tongue. Air guitar or air drums?
Air guitar.
Ooh. 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 Air guitar only because I play real drums and I can't play real guitar.
Wow, threw me a curveball. Okay, you play the real drums though. Okay.
I do.
That's why you wouldn't make. All right. We'll take that as an answer. Fair enough. Supercross or MotoGP?
Supercross.
Gravedigger or Bigfoot?
Gravedigger.
Sparkle Smash. If you know, you know. I'm a girl dad.
Monster truck or NASCAR?
Monster truck.
Monster truck.
X Games or Olympics?
X Games.
Games.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla. Shout out to you again, baby.
Vanilla.
Deadpool or Wolverine?
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Kit or the General Lee?
Kit.
Yeah, I'd take Kit too.
Iced tea or lemonade?
Arnold Palmer.
Perfect. If you know, you know. Are RC enthusiasts geeks or nerds?
Ooh.
Neat geeks.
I don't know. I go more geeks, but we definitely have our nerds. Shout out Harley Designs.
Bonus points. Jeremy's having trouble tallying them up right now.
My marker dried up.
Steak or lobster?
Steak.
Steak.
Throw the first punch or turn the other cheek?
Turn the other cheek, kids.
Yeah, me too.
Throwing the first punch.
All right. The Millennium Falcon or the Enterprise?
The Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, Millennium Falcon.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Yeah, I'll go with pancakes.
All right, perfect. You both survived a game of this and that. We're going to take a quick high five from both of you at the same time. Your favorite RC car. You get one RC car for the rest of your life. What would you choose? Brand or style? We will take even.
Go ahead, Troy. You look.
Are you bashing, crawling?
I really like my Arma Infraction, so
Wow. We'll take it.
I'm going to go with that just because the crawling is great, but I get bored of it pretty quick.
It's an
It is
original
an off-road
answer.
vehicle if you do it wrong enough.
Well, most of my crawlers have, they're about as fast as a two-wheel drive Slash. So, it's one of those things. I get bored.
I always
we're
like
gonna
to
need.
say, I always
we're
like to
gonna-
say my favorite RCs, whatever one's in my whichever one's remote I have in my hand at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a crawler. Give me a solid AX10.
Okay.
If it's one or my tried and true TF2s.
We knew it was coming. RC four-wheel drive is watching. All right.
They're including
gonna play
magnets
fair.
now. The RC four-wheel drive kits. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
You can tell me if I'm wrong. But they include magnet on a string so you can drag it behind your truck. So all the nuts and bolts stick to it, so you can put it back. I heard that somewhere. It was on another RC show.
Yeah, that feels like it's right out like something happened with Matt and Josh or somebody came up with that one.
I don't know
Not
who these
saying
people
anything. Oh, that's too funny. We will take Black Turtle. We're going to need an answer on this one. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? That's tough. It's a tie for me. OG Fast and Furious has done more for me than I could ever, explain to people. And
You have this relationship with Vin Diesel that I am not
You know?
familiar with.
and the other one is Rush Hour.
Oh,
All right, Troy, bail him out. Favorite movie?
Step Brother.
Favorite band?
Tragically hip.
Revolution.
Favorite food?
Pizza.
I'm Guatemalan food. My mom's cooking.
Wow, broad stroke it. Okay, we'll take that. Stuck on a deserted island for the rest of your life. You can take one person with you, dead or alive. Who would it be?
Dead or alive?
Yeah, but not like the actual dead body. Like
I was gonna ask that. That definitely changes things.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
by much,
yeah.
but it changes things.
I'm here for clarity.
We. All right, I'm gonna have to take this one off. I had to get rid of the black and white question, and I'm
Mhm,
gonna have to fix this one.
mhm.
Robin Williams.
Oh,
Wow. That's a first.
wow!
That's a good.
Wow!
Why not?
That's a good one. And mine's kind of a cop out, but it's my legit answer is my wife.
Did you
She's my
say his
best
wife?
Yep.
Man, oh man, we are getting
know?
you lucky tonight. Wow, wow, wow!
She's-
This is
hey,
a
you know-
hallmark card to her.
It genuinely, she's my best friend, and her and I laugh together for hours and hours on end. So, we're already pretty much on our own little island here with 2 kids, and we're still,
Bravo.
we
Well
just celebrated
said.
our 5-year anniversary yesterday, and we've been
Oh,
together for
congrats.
13 years. So,
My wife is now texting me and saying, "Why don't I ever say sweet romantic things like that about her?" Thank you, dude. You just got me in a crap ton of trouble, bro.
I would put my wife's face on a beach ball, so that
oh,
would-
there you go, Wilson style.
yes.
I didn't know that was an option. Hold on, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
She's gonna kill me.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, sugar. All right. So what we're gonna do? We are gonna say, Troy, we are holding your feet to the fire. We want to see you produce and make this book happen. One way or the other, we want to see an ebook from you. So no pressure, but we encourage you, or we're cheering you on. It's not a threat. We're saying, please do it.
Or maybe I almost need that. I need somebody to hold me accountable because if I don't, then it's not going to happen. Because I've revamped it so many times. I've written so much, and it just keeps changing and changing because I'm trying to be too good, perfect with it. And I think it just needs to just come out and just be raw and just be real. That's all it is. I just got to let myself do that. So it's tough though.
And you
Well-
absolutely hit the nail on the head right there. You got to kind of just trust yourself. I can tell you this from experience is you're when you chase perfection, you just kind of go in circles and you'll never get anything done. That was something that this year I really just said, you know what, like I have to trust that what I'm doing is the right thing, and it's there's a reason I'm doing it, and if you put it out there, people will come. And I can tell you that from experience this last 2 weeks that I finally just said, let's put it out there, and it's been the best decision I could have ever made.
That's people are, yeah. It's because
You got this.
It's it's not what you're putting out. It's if your followers, your people that believe in you, they're believing in you, and they believe in what you put out. Whatever that may be, right? So, and I just gotta live by that.
Yeah, Army, like Brad Rapp said, analysis paralysis. If you just sit and say it has to be perfect, and then when you finally get to the pinnacle of your idea of perfection, it will fall short for someone. And trust me, they'll let you know. But you can't have such a shield up that it's going to hurt. You have to say, okay, I see what you see. I didn't see that before. Gotcha. We'll make a change. And you that's how you evolve and make it as good as it can be for as many people to enjoy it. So yeah, just throw it out there, make it stick.
And I don't know why.
Reassess.
I don't know why I try to be perfect. It's like I really don't care what people think of me. I'm not trying to please anybody. So it's like, I don't know why this is so much different. I'm usually, the guy out on the trail that just, doesn't care. I don't care what people think. I don't care if people walking by, seeing my rigs half falling apart, still driving it, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. So this is, this has been a tough one for me because it's a lot of, I guess it's soul searching and finding myself and just, getting back to who I am.
Yeah.
Just letting it happen, right? So.
All right. Well, it's time to get out of your own way, and we are pushing you to get it done. We are excited to see it happen, and we encourage you to make it happen. So
Thank you.
we'll be looking. We'll be here with a promo code to support you any way we can.
Yeah. Are you done yet?
Yeah, we're done. Is it
Are
done?
you done yet? No, is he done yet?
You don't want Jeremy up
done
your
yet?
rear end pushing. Like, this dude, he works at an unhuman pace. It's not normal. Don't go by his metric, please.
No, I pick on people all the time.
Is it done?
Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
I'm dreading September 3rd. I have this package coming in the mail on September 3rd, and I promise you, by that afternoon,
Daily.
it's coming. Is it done yet? Is it done? I'm
That's what a
dreading
good friend
this.
does. That's,
Return to sender right now. I just hit me.
Don't send that thing back here.
I don't need this stress. Black Turtle, my man Eric Sereno, we encourage you to get your let out and do your thing. We can't wait to see what you boys do. Get out, dust off the mics, and bring it back. We're here to cheer you on any way we can, sir.
I
You'll be at
appreciate that.
Proline,
I
right?
appreciate that. I won't be at Proline this year. Had some family things come up, and it's my birthday weekend, so I'm gonna be spending
It won't
here
be the
locally.
same. Wow.
I appreciate that, but no, we're already working hard on this end. We've obviously, we just released Series 1, but Series 2 has already been ordered and should be here soon. So expect Series 2 to already be coming, and Series 3 has just been locked in. It was supposed to be something else. Now it's going to be something different, and so we've got probably the next 5 series already kind of designs in the works, if not already locked in.
Sure.
That was kind of the big thing for me when I released Series 1, is that I wanted to kind of stay ahead of things and be ready for hopefully the reception that we did get, and we got it, so we're going to keep moving forward.
Where do people order? I know the idea of cash and carry at an event is exciting, to be able to go up and pick them up and take them with you, but where are we ordering them to have them mailed to us?
Well, Mike, I'm so happy that you asked me that, because the website is blackturtle.com, blktrtl.com.
Jeremy will put it in the link.
Blackturtle.com was taken, so I had to be cool with it. No, I'm just kidding. That's not why we did it. But blktrtl.com, and if you use the code RADRCShow10, you get a little bit of a discount, and that's just as a thank you for everybody watching today. So RADRCShow10 gets you a little bit of a little bit of help there.
Well, thank you. That is fantastic. That's awesome. Thank you. There you go, people. That's what you do. Pop over there, use it. RADRC Show 10. And get on board with Series 1 before they are sold out. And be ready when the number 2 drops, and you're already moving in the pipeline. I love to see that. That's exciting. Go ahead.
Let me ask this. I've had people had this. I've listened to this discussion based on your series. Is there going to be a subscription available?
A subscription available. That's actually, it's not a bad idea.
That's why I'm sorry.
And that way, people that are subscribed could get the early release and early look. There's a million things you could do with this, with a subscriber, with an OnlyFans page. Talk to Jeremy about that.
And it's funny that you mentioned that, because one of our, I'll give you guys this. So one of our more popular designs and more popular things has been our Only Dads. So series 2, I'll give you guys a hint, is going to be, we call it the Badge of Honor. So they're going to be pins that you could rock and just kind of, it's your badge of honor, and the Only Dads design is going to be one of them.
Nice.
Because for me, being a dad is one of the greatest honors of my life. So that's going to be one of them. And there's going to be some humor in them. There's
Dad
going to
bod.
be, so,
Okay.
but they are still RC related.
Okay.
So that's the only one that I had to throw in there because everybody loves.
That's cool. Yeah, I like the idea of bringing a little bit of humor and making RC cool again, making it fun. The lighter side, that's what we're always looking for. Drama-free, the lighter side of the hobby is where it needs to be. We'd love to encourage you guys. Will Jeff Ramos be a part of your adventure moving forward on the show? Do you know? Or
As long
can
as he's available, yeah, I love that guy. That's my
Okay,
big brother right there.
It was great seeing you guys work together. You guys did a lot of good stuff. So I'm hoping, I haven't heard from him in a while. I'm hoping he's doing
He's
well.
out there baking right now. He's really found baking and becoming a sourdough master. And so he's been really into that. I know he's, had some hand surgeries, which have kept him out of RC for a bit, but we'll get him back in it.
Excellent. All right, boys, we're going to fade you out of here. We can't thank you enough for sharing your adventure and sharing your time with us on a Saturday night. We want to wish you all the best of the rest of the year and a happy Labor Day weekend to you both.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Anytime. The seat is yours. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Eric. In no random order. We're not playing favorites here. No particular order. I don't want to get messages later. Why'd you kick me off first? All right. Jeremy, what's on the workbench this week? You got anything exciting? Scale mail come in? Anything hot and heavy?
No. I'm printing some parts for a friend back east. He got our childhood friend. He was my childhood friend. We had several childhood friends, but he had passed away, and he just got the trucks from that guy's wife. So he needed some parts printed because they don't make them anymore for some vintage stuff. So I'm working on that. That's what's on the printer. As far as
and there were files available somewhere to do this?
Yeah, they were on Thingiverse.
Wow. No shit.
Like it's all Tamiya stuff. So you can pretty much print an entire Tamiya chassis on Thingiverse. But yeah, just doing that. I got some customer work to do. Yeah, that's nothing super exciting this week for me.
I got something new. You're going to say, why the hell did you do this? And I know this is going to drive you insane, but it's cool looking. All right. I need to know, the question I have for you, is there a way to fix the stance? So ready? It's a bug. Have you seen the Endura micro bug?
No, I hadn't seen that.
Dude, it's for the TRX4. Let me see.
Buying black trucks.
What's that?
Stop doing black bodies.
I know, because they're hard to see. Hang on. Let me see if I can get better.
I hadn't seen that one yet.
This is it's a bug beetle, Endura beetle. I'm trying to get a better light on it. Bug body, right? Mm-hmm. My question, this is sitting on a TRX4 platform. Is there a way to fix the darn stance? Meaning, I wanted to sit like in droop mode. I fucking hate how high it's.
Yeah.
I wanted to sit like that.
Yeah, there's a couple different ways. I mean, you can, lean the shocks back with a different chassis. You can use
like lean the shock back, like
if you lean the shock back, you'll get your axle will get closer to the center
Yep.
line, the links level.
Yep.
You can, I mean, do you want it to handle and work, or
More the squat. I just wanted this.
Yeah.
I wanted the look of this droop
Yeah,
mode.
look at it,
And we've done droop on 10 scale, and I was like, well, is there a way to do it on this little micro?
there are, like, on that scale.
What's the rubber band trick that you were telling me about? Is that
Rubber bands are an easy way to get droop on micros. It's not for big trucks at all. But if you take a rubber band and you wrap it around the two lines, wrap it around the ears and up over top of the shocks, it'll pull the axle up evenly because you're kind of cradling the diff. Does that make sense?
Yep. And the rubber band still allows it to.
It'll allow it to
articulate.
pivot and flex,
Okay.
but it'll hold it up to the
Up.
chassis.
So that
That's close.
maybe all I'm looking for is the rubber band trick.
I ran an entire 12-hour fix enduro with rubber bands on the FCX 24.
Are you telling me you certified rubber bands?
Technically, yeah. That's how I kept that suspension down and was able to drive it for 12 hours. And it never broke a rubber band, and it flexed just fine.
Wow. You hear that, Parker? We got certified rubber bands out there. I think you could bag them up and sell them.
Yeah, I get them at the office supply store. It's a
Oh, okay.
so it's red, yellow, and blue.
And
one
blue.
bag.
And that is sorted
There's
bag.
3 different tensions. So I don't know.
So
Office
is
Depot.
the color the tension? Is it that simple?
Yeah, it correlates to it's the width of the rubber band.
Okay. What color are we using? Does it matter, or
I
that's up for you to
use-
tune? Is it?
Up for you to tune, but I used yellow, which is the wider of the 3 bands.
One blue and one red? You tune it in multicolor. Building foams. It sounds
Yep.
familiar.
Sometimes the best answer is the simplest answer.
Okay.
It's the simple
Well,
answer.
I think we might try the rubber band trick. That might get that little stance that I'm looking for, get that high pitch. But I had to share it with that new body with you that I discovered. I figured you being the Beetle guy. It comes with a bumper, and it comes with a interior cage. It's not a bad setup for $30 for this.
Not
Yeah,
bad. Not
yeah,
terrible.
Endura. That's what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
mean they're actually making a lot of little cool things. Like they got the magnetic the light cables, the JSTs that are magnetic. So when you take the body off, you can yank the body off and it just separates. And then when you hover the body back down, it'll just pick up the magnet and make the connection for your lighting systems.
So there's no wires to disassemble when you remove the body from the chassis.
Magnetic, and they can't go reversed. Swings on one leg.
I can't believe you're even saying this is cool.
They're
Actually,
like $8 for a
you
set.
gave me a tongue lashing because you said, what's going to happen when you drop a tool and you lands and sparks an arc across the two and you short your cables out?
That is a risk.
I know you gave
A
me.
legitimate risk. Like if that cable, you're working on your truck and that cable slaps against the metal rail chassis.
You short everything out. You're going to lose your ESC. You're going to lose your motor for that $8 magnetic light.
Yep. And then you're gonna have to buy another one of these light controllers.
All right. So here's
That's
we're going to wish nobody to short anything out.
Yeah, that's
So
right. Yeah.
be safe when you are taking your body off your chassis. Be safe, people.
Yeah, don't plug in the battery until the body is connected.
Oh goodness. I think I left I hear newspaper or typewriters in the background. I think I left the newsroom in the background playing.
Oh, jeez.
I hear it in my headphones. All right. So go eat plenty. Yeah, it is playing. You can hear it. Hang on, I'll turn it up. You hear it?
It might be my printer. I don't know.
It's not the printer, it's the newsroom setting.
Oh.
I can hear it typing. Go eat plenty of hot dogs and hamburgers. It's Labor Day, people. Go enjoy the time off. It is Labor Day weekend. We got the kids back at school. I say farewell to you, sir. I say thank you to Eric and Troy for sharing their journey with us. And I know we are getting into a busy fall where we're going to lose you for a couple weeks as you get on the move. We're going to take it week by week. Next Saturday, will you be around?
Next Saturday, yeah.
All right, we're going to take it week by week. All right, so we'll see you then. Thank you. Farewell. Everybody enjoy their time off, and we'll see you next week.
Listen
And that
to
me, I should have, while I was saying goodbye, what would have been super duper smooth if I would have been finding a exit strategy.
Yeah,
That would have been super smooth. So, beauty of Alive, a little outro would have been nice. We got new countdown. Nope. We're gonna find. I don't even have them labeled right anymore. Countdown. I'm gonna click on this one, see what happens.